Welcome back to the Binge, the podcast for anyone who's ever wanted to throw their smart device into a goddamn wood chipper. I'm your host, and today we're diving headfirst into the digital dumpster fire that is modern technology. Because let's be honest, we're all just one software update away from a full-blown meltdown. Look, we're all stuck in this digital prison. We're mainlining content, sure, but we're also mainlining frustration. So today we're going to scream into the void together. On today's glorious shit show, we're kicking things off with a full-blown, unhinged rant about the tech that's actively trying to ruin our lives. Then, because misery loves company, we're counting down the top 10 ways technology consistently lets us down. Prepare for a healthy dose of rage. And finally, because we need a goddamn escape hatch, we're exploring the blissful, technology-free sanctuary of, well, anything that isn't a screen. We're talking nature, real human interaction, and the sweet, sweet sound of silence. So, grab your stress ball, your favorite beverage, and let's get this cathartic binge started. Because let's face it, we're all drowning in digital bullshit, and we need to vent. Let's do this.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
What the fuck is the deal with technology these days? We live in a world that's supposedly built on all these incredible advancements, designed to make our lives easier and more efficient, but instead, all they seem to do is make things a whole lot more fucking frustrating. Software updates that break everything. You go to update one thing, and suddenly everything else is messed up. Your phone that used to be fast and reliable now takes ages to load even the simplest apps. It's like they purposefully make it slower to make you feel like you need the latest model. No, fuck you. I don't need a new phone every year just to feel like I'm living in the future. Then there's the godforsaken autocorrect. Don't even fucking get me started on this bullshit. Every time I type something, it's like I'm typing in a foreign language because my phone has no idea what I'm saying. It autocorrects words I didn't even need changed. And the words it doesn't touch are the ones that make me look like I've lost the ability to form coherent thoughts. It's 2025. How has this not been fixed by now? And don't forget about those predictive text features that somehow always try to finish my sentence, but never in the way I would finish them. It's like my phone is trying to start a fucking conversation I never wanted to have. And customer service? Oh, please. I've lost count of the number of times I've been stuck in some never-ending loop, being told your call is important to us while they play the same elevator music for the 10th time in a row. If my call was that important, why am I waiting for 40 minutes only to speak to someone who doesn't even understand the issue? It's a fucking joke. By the time I get to a real person, I'm too exhausted to explain my problem, so I just give up. I swear they do it on purpose just to wear you down. And the customer service bots, it's like we're all just one big experiment in how much frustration people will tolerate before they just hang up and deal with it themselves. What's worse is the complete disregard for our time. We've got all these subscription services, Spotify, Netflix, Apple Music, Hulu, Disney Plus, the list goes on and on. It's supposed to be convenient, right? But somehow, after paying for 5 different services, I still can't find a damn thing to watch. You would think with all this access to entertainment, I'd never run out of options. But instead, I'm stuck scrolling through endless lists of recommendations that either don't match my taste or just repeat the same 5 titles over and over again. It's like I'm paying for a treasure chest full of fucking junk. The more I pay, the less I actually get. And of course, there's the constant reminder that we're nothing but data points to these corporations. Every time you click, search, or buy something, you're just another statistic. Your personal information? Oh, that's something they're going to sell or use to market more shit to you. It's as if our privacy isn't even worth considering. You get bombarded by email after email asking you to update your password or to confirm your identity or to verify this or that, and it's always a hassle. But then when something goes wrong, you can't even get in touch with the real person to solve the issue. You're left navigating through 1,000 auto-generated responses, each one less helpful than the last. We're constantly told that technology is here to simplify things, but it feels like the exact opposite is happening. The more convenience we're promised, the more complex our lives become. We're paying for services that should be free, dealing with tech that's supposed to make our lives better, but only ends up stressing us out. And we're left wondering what happened to the promise of easy, user-friendly innovation. Honestly, I'm tired of it. Tired of all the broken promises and the constant feeling of being sold something I didn't ask for. Tired of having my time wasted. Tired of feeling like I'm just another number in some corporation's database. It's fucking exhausting, and no one seems to care. You can only take so many pointless updates, confusing passwords, and endless customer service holds before you just want to throw the whole damn system out the window. But of course, there's no way to do that without signing up for another fucking service, right? All right, listen up, because things are about to get real. We've all been there, staring at a frozen screen, battling an unhelpful chatbot, or generally feeling betrayed by the technology that was supposed to make our lives easier. So we've compiled a definitive, rage-inducing list. Prepare yourselves. It's time for the Binge's Top 10 Tech Betrayals. We're counting down the most egregious, soul-crushing ways technology consistently fails to live up to its promises. Get ready to nod your head in bitter agreement, and maybe even throw something at the wall. Let's get this countdown started.
Top 10 time, it's the thrill of the night. Rankings up high, feeling take flight. Listening close, get ready to climb. We're counting it down, it's top 10 time.
1. Smart devices that aren't. From fridges that can't reliably tell you what's inside, to lights that randomly change color, the smart home often feels incredibly dumb. You'll ask your speaker to play a specific song, and it'll launch a random podcast instead. And don't even get me started on the smart thermostat that seems to have a mind of its own, turning the heat up to sauna levels in the middle of the night. 2. Endless subscription overload. Trying to manage a dozen streaming services, each with its own exclusive content, is a full-time job. You end up paying for 5 different platforms just to watch one show your friend recommended, and then you forget to cancel the free trials and get charged for services you don't even use. Plus, every service has different UIs and different ways to cancel, so it's a nightmare to manage. 3. The decline of useful customer service. Navigating automated phone systems and unhelpful chatbots has become a form of modern torture. You spend 20 minutes pressing buttons and yelling representative at a robot, only to be told that the issue is outside their scope. And when you finally reach a human, they sound like they're reading from a script and have no actual power to help. 4. Software updates that break functionality. That sudden fear when your device restarts knowing that something you rely on is about to be unusable. Critical work software that suddenly crashes after an update, or your favorite app's interface gets completely rearranged for no apparent reason. It's like playing Russian roulette with your digital life. 5. Autocorrect's ongoing war against coherent communication. It is still happening and is still making people look like they're writing in a language no one understands. You try to type a simple message and autocorrect transforms it into a nonsensical string of words, leading to embarrassing misunderstandings. It's as if the phone is trying to make you look as dumb as possible. 6. Privacy erosion. The constant feeling of being tracked and marketed to, with little control over personal information. Every website you visit, every app you use seems to be collecting data, and you're bombarded with targeted ads that feel disturbingly personal. You try to opt out, but the privacy settings are buried in layers of menus and legal jargon. 7. Predictive text that's wildly off base. The predictive text that creates sentences that are nothing like what the user intended. You're trying to type a professional email, and your phone suggests phrases that are completely inappropriate or nonsensical. It feels like your phone is trying to sabotage your attempts at communication. 8. The slowing down of older devices. The feeling that older devices are purposefully slowed down to force you to buy new ones. Apps that used to load instantly now take forever, and simple tasks become agonizingly slow. You know your device is still capable, but it's being artificially hobbled. 9. Password fatigue. The sheer amount of passwords needed and the constant need to change them. You're forced to create complex, unique passwords for every account, and then you have to remember them all. It's a never-ending cycle of forgetting, resetting, and re-forgetting passwords. 10. The unfulfilled promise of seamless integration. The idea that all devices would work together flawlessly, but in reality, they often clash. Your smartwatch won't sync with your fitness app, or your laptop refuses to connect to your printer. You end up spending more time troubleshooting than actually using the technology. That has been our top 10 list. The opposite of technology. In a world increasingly choked by the cold, calculated logic of algorithms and the relentless buzzing intrusion of digital devices, it's fucking crucial to explore the vast, often overlooked landscape that lies beyond technology's grubby reach. This realm, the goddamn antithesis of the digital age, is a tapestry woven from the threads of nature, human connection, inner peace, and the acceptance of fucking imperfection. It's a space where the artificial glare of screens gives way to the warm, genuine glow of real experience, and the constant, mind-numbing stream of information is replaced by the quiet, deep wisdom of contemplation. Nature, in its untamed, raw splendor, stands as the most profound, undeniable fuck you to the technological world. It's a realm where the rhythms of life are dictated not by clock cycles, but by the slow, deliberate dance of the seasons, the waxing and waning of the moon and the ebb and flow of tides. To immerse oneself in nature is to step outside the suffocating confines of human-made structures and reconnect with the primal forces that shape our goddamn planet. The rustling leaves of an ancient forest, the crashing waves of a boundless ocean, the silent majesty of a snow-capped mountain. These experiences offer a sensory immersion that transcends the mediated bullshit realities of the digital world. They remind us that we are part of a larger, interconnected web of life, a web that thrives on balance and harmony, not on the relentless, soulless pursuit of efficiency and control. In the natural world, time slows, anxieties dissipate, and a sense of profound peace settles over the soul, a stark, beautiful contrast to the frenetic, anxiety-inducing pace of modern life. Beyond the physical realm, the essence of human connection provides a vital, necessary middle finger to the isolating tendencies of technology. In a world where communication is often reduced to fleeting text messages and impersonal, shallow social media posts, the power of face-to-face interaction is criminally underestimated. To engage in genuine conversation, to share laughter and tears, to offer a comforting embrace, these are the fundamental, deeply human acts of connection that nourish our souls and strengthen our goddamn bonds. The art of storytelling, passed down through generations, the handwritten letter imbued with the writer's personality, the handcrafted object bearing the marks of human skill and creativity. These are the tangible, real expressions of our humanity that technology can never replicate. They remind us that we are social creatures wired for connection and that our well-being depends on the quality of our relationships, not the quantity of our fucking followers. Furthermore, the cultivation of inner stillness provides a sanctuary from the relentless, deafening noise of the digital age. In a world saturated with information and stimulation, the ability to disconnect and find peace within oneself is a precious, vital skill. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and contemplation offer a pathway to inner quiet, a space where we can reflect on our thoughts and emotions and reconnect with our deepest, truest values. By silencing the constant, irritating chatter of the mind, we can gain clarity, perspective, and a sense of inner peace that transcends the external chaos of the world. In this space of stillness, we can rediscover our own inner wisdom, a wisdom that guides us towards a more meaningful and fulfilling goddamn life. Finally, the embrace of fucking imperfection stands as a powerful antidote to the relentless, soul-crushing pursuit of perfection that characterizes the technological world. Technology often presents us with a sanitized, idealized version of reality, a world where everything is optimized, efficient, and controlled. But life, in its essence, is messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises, and that's the fucking point. To embrace imperfection is to accept the inherent flaws and limitations of ourselves and the world around us. It's to find beauty in the cracks and imperfections, to appreciate the unique qualities that make each individual and each experience special. It's to recognize that growth and learning often come from mistakes and setbacks, and that true resilience lies in our ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity. By embracing imperfection, we can cultivate a greater sense of compassion, empathy, and acceptance, both for ourselves and for others. In essence, the opposite of technology is not a nostalgic, rose-tinted yearning for a simpler past, but a conscious, deliberate choice to cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling goddamn present. It's a recognition that technology is a tool, not a master, and that our humanity lies in our ability to use it wisely and responsibly. It's a call to reclaim the spaces where technology's influence fades, to reconnect with the timeless rhythms of nature, the enduring power of human connection, the quiet wisdom of inner stillness, and the liberating, beautiful embrace of fucking imperfection. In a world increasingly dominated by the digital, these are the essential elements that make us truly, undeniably human. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe for a new episode every week.
Tune in right now. Got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Right now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now. Stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.